Yeah.
Yes. I'm trying to look at the restaurant businesses or these hospitality businesses at the moment with the COVID-19.
Yes.
And the fact that some of them have to close.
Mm-hmm.
And if we look, these are the businesses which hire quite a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if this is also an expertise on your area, but I think you have followed this trend closely. But how could they be much more smarter in terms of their scenario thinking in order to conquer these current restrictions, for example?
I have about 10 customers at the moment which are in that industry.
I see, yeah.
And I also have been discussing with some people who are in the industry, but who are not my customers, but, we just have occasional discussions.
Mm.
And one of the things, let's take the restaurant as an example. First, I'll go to that one first. One of the things when I look at companies that have made it out nicely or actually have been able to increase their sales is that instead of, complaining that now we can't have customers, they started to look and started to act right away a year ago to get information to their customers that we are here and we serve you in this new way.
That's right.
So it was really a matter of days. You can beat the competition by being the first telling your customers that, listen, we have this lockdown coming up. We will serve you in this manner. Takeaways, you can order takeaways. You can come to get takeaway from the buffet and all that stuff. And that we have taken care of your security. So it is.
That's right.
And actually, I have one customer who followed this path. And when the lockdown came, their sales went up.
I see.
Restaurant was closed, but sales went up because they changed overnight their way of serving the people.
I see.
The good part is that once the restaurants were opened again, their total sales kept on climbing because they had now created a new branch, a new way to serve customers, plus they got the old customers back.
Exactly.
And that's the beautiful opportunity here.
And I think that's also very good for them because the customers already know who are those.
Yes.
So they're not new into the business.
And now we have the second lockdown. Customers know. So they just, they need to do a little bit less cleaning on the tables in the restaurant, but they still have the, business running.
That's right. Yeah.
And that's about really the resilience, your emotional intelligence, your ability to adapt, to think out of the box. What are we going to do now?
Yeah.
Then let's take another example, a sad example, which is a restaurant. I tried to help them, but the restaurant owner said that we will carry on doing the old way. Well, if nobody comes in and they will carry on doing the old way, then you have no business.
No business.
Yeah.
The times are changing.
Times are changing. I've been working with a small hotel, and when the lockdowns came, they changed their approach a little bit. They can only accommodate like 26 people. So they changed it a little bit so that they create the pathways and so on, that it was Corona safe, COVID safe, and then also you could, because it was so small, then you could also reserve the whole hotel for your family.
Oh, so that must be attractive.
Exactly, and they are way up north, so they have less customers, but they still have customers. They have money coming in, and all that. Another big, this is a big hotel, which was running mainly on international customers. No flights, no customers. They closed down the hotel, and I was totally, kind of a little almost upset with that one because in the same area, 4 kilometers from this big hotel's location, is another customer of mine, more small private cabin renting place.
Right.
And their problem was over last summer, their problem was that they were fully booked. They had to turn customers down.
Oh, I see.
Because there were more customers than they could handle. The whole municipality, all the accommodation places were full, except this big hotel. And this big hotel, when I looked at them, I've been visiting them, I saw that with 5 minutes of work, they could have opened up about 50% of the hotel and have it a safe, COVID-safe environment.
That's right. Yeah.
But they chose to close the place up.
Wow.
So it is about, do you stop to think which ways this can be done, or do you stop and not think?
So and thinking and realizing.
This is emotional intelligence. It is about your ability, and it is, of course, about your resilience. What can you do? How have you planned for different scenarios? There is this big lesson in what I just said. One of the things is that, like the big hotel, they were dependent on one customer. Even it looked like a multiple customers, because they had customers coming from England, France, Germany, China, Italy. It looks like multiple customers, but they actually were not multiple customers. It was just one customer, international customer.
Right.
And when the airports were closed, so to say, everything was closed. And they didn't realize that at the same time, or didn't think, or they didn't want to think that at the same time, Finns can't travel out from the country, but they can travel within the country.
Exactly.
You might know that the national parks hit the ever high record on visitors last year. Finns were traveling a lot within the country.
Yes.
There was potential, but their mind was, well, it's closed, it's closed. It's about emotions, not about the business.
Yes. So I can see here that it's just back to the basic thinking of the business, that taking risk is important.
Yes.
And when you're ready to take risks, then you are also open up for your own emotional intelligence, and you can think flexibly and be able to make decisions that are more informative but still risky, and you are able to kind of tackle the risky element when it comes in that mind sense.
Yes, when you look at the emotional intelligence and resilience, from the brain perspective, the ability to adapt to new situations is one of the big things that we need to have. And then there are very, very simple questions that one can always ask, like take this big hotel. What would they have lost if they had tried to get Finnish customers? A few thousand, perhaps 10,000 euros in marketing, which in their budget is nothing. They spend more money on electricity monthly than that.
That's right.
Even when they are closed.
Yes.
So that's one of the things that, instead of asking what do I get, you also need to ask what is the biggest risk of losing something if I don't do anything.
Exactly.
And that's about changing your perspective, changing your viewpoint.
Yes, and this is very insightful all in all. Just as a food for thought, what are the few things you could tell the business owners and those who are thinking about starting businesses during the chaos time, or even without starting during the chaos? It could be starting the business during the happy times, but thinking about the future. What are the 3 most important things do they have to have in their mind? Kari, I thank you very much.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure to be here with you.
This has been very insightful, and I believe that it can help so many people.
Hopefully.
And especially not only small business owners, but also large business owners, because these are the things that are necessary to think about. But I believe many times, especially in small businesses, people forget and enjoy the moment until when the chaotic time comes. So I believe that this is a food for thought, and it can open up so many minds of the people for the future.
Great. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, and I wish you a very good day.
You too.
Yes.
Thanks for taking me in.